after the mills closed. It hit everybody pretty hard. A lot of people went on welfare. Certain sections of the town became ghost towns.
Back then, everybody figured, hey, I go and work steel mill 30 years. I leave the steel mills, I got a pension, I get my hospitalization for the rest of my life.
There's nothing in Youngstown, nothing. You need to get out of Youngstown.
I did look outside this area because I didn't think this was going to be something that could actually provide a life for me and maybe my potential family. So I made the decision to go to Heidelberg University to major in biology with a medical track in mind. I was doing very well. I was still playing football. I was coming into my second year, and my grandfather called me and gave me the bad news. He wasn't going to be able to run his shop. I needed to get home and I needed to help my grandpa's business out, or else this business that was flourishing for 40 years is going to fail and be no more, and his legacy might be ending at that point in time. So I took off about 2 semesters of school to help my grandfather run this business, and I did quite well for myself. My grandpa at that time actually beat cancer. He came in, we worked side by side, taught me my trade as being a welder, taught me how to be a fabricator. And through my time with him, I got a chance to see what was needed to run a business. If I didn't have him, I don't think I'd be in this position today.
What are you doing? You're learning how to what? Add?
Yeah.
Is this the first time you've ever done this in your life? Who taught you this?
Dad.
I bought her a lot of educational items, like games. She would get 100% on this. And then when she got to school, she might got a B once in her whole life.
When she had a goal, man, she had to finish it, and she had to do it A+, or there was trouble. We had to make it an A++.
Okay, let's try that again.
Growing up, I always wanted to do something with animals. I had a huge passion for animals, but all of that changed my sophomore year in high school when my math teacher pulled me aside and asked, "You enjoy math, don't you?" And I said, "Yes, I love math. I love school." She said, "Do you enjoy science as well?" And I said, "Yeah." She's like, "Did you ever look into engineering?" So I stuck with that, went to school, started at Youngstown State University for industrial and systems engineering, and didn't look back, really.
When I used to ask people in the engineering class 30 years ago, how many of you are studying engineering because that's your ticket out of town? I'd get everybody raising their hand.
I met an individual named Dr. Marty Calla one Saturday afternoon, and it probably changed the rest of my life. For a couple weeks, I was welding underneath his 1967 convertible Chevelle.
There's a pair of feet sticking out from underneath my car, and I'm like, what are you doing underneath my car welding? You should be in college. And he said, "Oh, I am. I'm a pre-med student." I said, "No, you're not. You're an engineering student now."
So I think there was a couple times where I sat back and I got done welding, and I just didn't want to do this anymore. I wanted to do something that was meaningful.
Dr. Calla, he is like a father to me. He inspired me to take risks and really got me introduced to manufacturing. So I did some honors contracts with him, went to manufacturing facilities, did some really cool things, and found that everything you see and touch and feel is manufactured. It's passed through a manufacturing facility. He knew way back then that I really had a passion for teaching others, so he let me teach a class for him, which was amazing.
Teachers are discovered early on. There's something that she did when she was even younger, and she doesn't realize it.
I think my passion for teaching definitely comes from my dad, because I was shown at such a young age how to learn things that now I want to teach people how to learn, and I think that definitely comes from you.
Working was never a hard thing for me, ever. That was just something you had to do, and I got that from you, 100%. Growing up, I saw my father being in the manufacturing industry, from being a general laborer to a representative of the union to being a manager and a supervisor of a very large aluminum extrusion plant. And that's where I really knew right then and there that you are not stuck in life. You can do anything you want.
If we look at different people like Ashley, if we look at different people like Zach, we can see things that happened very early in their life which defined them. And as much as some of them tried to define themselves as something else, they came back to what they were.
So I had a tour at America Makes, saw the 3D printers, and needed an internship there. I had to do whatever I could to get into the door of this facility.
What's great about Ashley is she connects with the generation that we depend on. Ashley was an intern for us when she was at the university. When she came here, she didn't know a lot about 3D printing. She learned herself. She really got into this idea of changing the world through a technology called 3D printing. And Zach is just a testament to grit, hard work, determination, and actually making a real difference because he's got the fortitude and the determination to not fail.
America Makes has definitely helped me as a young business owner in the Youngstown area network with individuals and companies I would have never had a chance to be in touch with without them.
As soon as I was done with college, I was leaving. But then America Makes was founded. And then there was research opportunities. And then all of these different pieces were coming to Youngstown, Ohio. And now I never want to leave.
Being downtown, right next door to America Makes, being in the building of the Youngstown Business Incubator, seeing professors from Youngstown State on a daily basis, being able to work with everyone here, I can see this company growing to a point that is definitely another reason Youngstown's on the map.
Zach and Ashley's stories are living proof of the impact public-private partnerships can have in our communities. The Manufacturing USA Institutes are bringing together people, organizations, and government to rethink and improve our country's manufacturing.